little pee on the headset. Let's see how this game plays here.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the Ohio Bobcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Bobcats ready to kick it away first.
Husker fans anxiously await. See what kind of team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. We get our first look at Anthony Calandria. He's an off-season acquisition from UNLV. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Brought down wide at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Calandria. Extending the play. Makes the grab, it's Hunter. Good, solid tackle. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Got enough for the first. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Ives. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And, man, that is not the start that he was looking for. This is a dude with a lot of hype coming in the transfer portal at the most important spot. A lot of trust, a lot of belief in him. And this dude's good. But making a mistake early, Jesse, creating the turnover, like this is not how he drew up his first start with his new uniform.
No, David, you kind of wonder if he's just pressing a little bit, because you're right. This guy got a lot of publicity this offseason. The expectations for him here are so sky high. You just wonder if he's trying to go out and justify all of it on the very first drive of this game. He just got to settle down. That's a mistake. We've seen this guy bounce back from mistakes in the past. I don't expect this guy's going to have any issue moving forward, but you got to be able to flush that one. You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Huskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his big tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, and one of the big stories for Nebraska, as we know in the offseason, is Matt Rhule having to find a new quarterback. They thought they had the guy in Don Raiola. He was one of the top-ranked guys coming out of high school a few years ago, and really they saw him as the future of the program. Obviously, David, he's now out in Eugene, Oregon, and so it's a new face under center in this offense. They've got a lot of weapons, but a lot riding on this new signal caller offensively.
And they're just waiting to take that next step, right? Nebraska fans have been excited, and they've had some good spots to their teams over the past couple of years. They just need that trigger man. And is this the guy? Is this the guy that can take the offense to the next level? Raiola had some good moments, but the consistency, game in, game out, that they need from the quarterback spot to bring them back to what they used to be.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going to run it. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route. They'll run this play from the pistol. Going to the running game. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
He's got him in the flat. Hard running there.
Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a 4th down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Calandria. Using his feet to buy time. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the back.
Like, what is he doing? What is this game? 3 blown by him. He doesn't do anything. And he does nothing.
No gain on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the draw, finding an escape route. Turning on the Jets. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Looking for an open area to his left. He'll pull it down and run. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Pocket breaking down. He's got the back in the middle.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He slides down, and he's got enough to... Second and short.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. And you can...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Got a man. It's Barney. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Barney. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the ground to try to pick up the first.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way.
There on the sideline. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Huskers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. And they swarm him under. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. In the red area, it's Ives. And he's in. Touchdown, Huskers.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Ohio sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
All right, Holly. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to...
Makes the grab and room to run. Touchdown, Bobcats. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Finds his man. It's Hunter.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Ives. Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Escapes the pressure going right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that'll be great now.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Working that left side now. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to throw on second and short. Chucked it away just as he was hit. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bobcats will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there.
Open space in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Just enough time to get off 1 more snap. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Barney. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Huskers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the 2nd half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Checking in with the Bobcats head coach at the half, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Appreciate that, Holly. Give to the running back. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snags it inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Sports, it's in
The
the
Bobcats have it with a 1st and goal.
Like, look at the stuff. It was...
They'll try to get it in with the run. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcat.
Fuck this stupid game, dude.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Yeah, what was that? It's like instantly they scored in the second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Nelson.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Snagged in the middle. It's Barney. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Offense now working in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes one man miss. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. Under fire. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Dude, I'm hitting square to slide, like the computer always slides, and they don't. Like, look, he starts to go into the animation. Oh, but they let him, man, fuck this stupid game. I've never been able to hit a quarterback when they're getting ready to slide. Never. They can, though.
Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Ohio sends out the offense to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of... There he goes! Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Puts it out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more...
He wants to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Ohio! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. Tackled there by the defense. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. Oh, it's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Ives. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. With a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Huskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, looking for a man. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Floats it out in space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back. Scrimmage. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
But, man, it's nice to have a guy that can extend these plays. And you saw, not great protection. The offensive line lets you down a little bit, but he breaks a tackle. And now that second play, that second reaction. Let's see if this offense can make some plays when he does break a tackle and try to make something happen.
He makes a catch to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. Needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Keeps it on first down. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Ives. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gonna run it. It's Nelson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Trying to save time on defense. They use second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Putting that 3 on the board makes it a 2-score game.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. The throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. A pick 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Working the middle. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He stopped, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they are going to waltz out of here with a win. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And a nice job through 2 weeks of the season, 2-0. This is exactly where this team wanted to be now after taking a knee, running the clock out. A lot of big moments ahead for this squad.